Alright, so welcome back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video. This one is actually going to be some gameplay every Friday, or at least once a week. I'm trying to get some gameplay out in order to promote different things and all, different kinds of deck ideas, whether it's jank or whatever. But this time, it's actually going to be part of the article that I put up and wrote on the website. I'll put a link in the description below. It actually breaks down the whole list. This is kind of an updated list from the original 18 deck that I had way back when. And I'm starting out with, of course, going second with the Dragon Ball Heroes tokens. Pretty good looking. Unfortunately, you can't really see all of them since they are kind of blocked by the glare here that you're going to see here. Gets 2 more tokens, so of course 2 at the beginning, took 1 for the life, and as well as the draw. He took the 1, he's gonna go and swing, go down to 6, and just go to 10, which I'm okay with. A lot of people like to swing with the tokens, which I'm okay with too. And I don't know why he passed here, because he literally just gave me a card. Pedro, if you're watching this, don't do that, because you want to get me down to 4 life and then threaten the Awaken. Then the bright side of this is that, again, I can go ahead and just take a life, get the draw 2, and then swing, and I basically have a 5 card swing there, basically. I went ahead and charged the 4-drop Frieza, because I don't think I'm going to need that. There's nothing to return. Plus, I drew into another one. Not that I would have known that. I only played 2, and now we have Vegeta the Cruel live with the Awakened leader, so which I'm going to go ahead and swing into leader now. Go ahead and draw. That's the 5th card being drawn right now. Obviously, I have a pretty big hand, and the plan here is either to respond to his Goku Blacks, which he does play. I already knew that, or if he plays an ape or something else like that. As I knocked down, almost knocked down the the camera there. Pretty good hand size so far. That's one of my favorite things about Android 18, as I give him 2 more tokens, one Vegeta and one of the my favorite token, which is that Dragon Ball Heroes card, the Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Before you ask me where I got those from, I got them in Japan. You can probably order them off eBay, but that's just one of those things. He's gonna go ahead and use this Paragus twice to draw and cycle through. I think the better play was to go ahead and try to Arrival, but I don't think he has any targets for that. Pedro kind of drew a little bit weird this game. I won't kind of say too many things, but yeah, it does happen that way. So it looks like he is thinking about what to do. I don't think he he has any other plays here, or at least wants to do anything else. He's waiting to kind of respond to me. Probably placed Vegeta the Cruel and a number of other things. I have 2 open energy up. He's probably thinking about that as well. So we're gonna take a look, and he's gonna go ahead and pass. So 3 open energy up, no Awaken. So there's a couple plays that you can actually do in which you can play 2 Brolys out. You can Vegeta the Cruel. You can Sensu Bean and do it again. There's a couple of things that you can do. My hand's looking pretty good as far as options go. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to approach it. Do I want to go aggressive and use my energy now, or do I kind of want to keep my defense and basically just waste the amount of energy that you could be using, basically? Like if he was planning to use the Awaken and as well as the 3 energy this turn, should I just go ahead and just aggress and do it that way, which I'm gonna go ahead and do, because now I do have the Krillin in my hand, which he's at 4 life. I'm gonna go ahead and threaten with all of the nice free 10Ks in my hand, which now I'm going to, what is this, 35 here, and most likely going to 40, and then Arrival with the Krillin. So now it's going to be 40 double strike to his 10k leader at 4 life. He's most likely going to go and take that. I'm going to go ahead and Arrival with the open blue that I have, not the green blue. Very important to watch out for that. So he's going to go ahead and respond, in which this deck is pretty cool. If you're going to go against Champa, which with the Ultra Instinct and as well as the Spirit Bomb Goku, those are really good targets to really good targets for the Champa, the multicolored Champa, or the yellow Champa for the multicolor, to target, because that kind of shuts down my plan, which he kind of I don't know. I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. So the thing about this is, again, if I have an absolute respawn, I can go ahead and use it on Vegeta the Cruel or again on Champa if I go for the play for the Ultra Instincts, the 5-drop Gokus, that sort of thing. I was like, do I have an absolute respawn? Which I don't think I did. The cool thing about this is that, yeah, I have to warp a card, which is probably fine. But I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm pretty sure I use the advantage of having the 18 as the first played card to get around the Summoning Sickness for the field card. But he still has to deal with this 40k double strike here. So does he do that? I don't think he does. But he's going to go ahead. Since I already know he has counter plays up the yin yang, and as well as apes, it's pretty important not to overextend on my battle cards, which he's going to go ahead and take here, which now he's in lethal range. So it really depends on what direction I want to go ahead and take it. Do I want to keep playing different things, or do I want to just pass and be safe with it? Which, he got 2 cards out of it, but he can only use the leader skill once after his turn, and I have about 2 or 3 different things in my hand, or negates in my hand, so I'm not too worried about dying next turn. Okay, that was just rude of Pedro to do. I still don't have an absolute release ball, but he went ahead and played that second Vegeta the Cruel, which is what he pretty much wanted. I kind of walked into it. I really wanted to go ahead and play the. I do believe I have a 5-drop in my hand, the Path to Infinite 5-drop, but I don't think I did. So I was deciding what I was gonna warp, so I did. I have a couple beans in my hand as well. 2 Dimension Magics, I do believe. So these 15k attackers aren't really scaring me too much. With his hand being pretty thick there, like a real thick boy, I think I should be not too bad. I might take a life, maybe 1 or 2 life. It really depends. My man Pedro's still sick. I don't know what's going on with the flu season. Can't forget the tokens here. I sometimes forget to put the field card out. Please don't forget that. Shout out to Jaden. As he swings out to Vegeta the Cruel, I'm going to go ahead and bean here. He's going to go ahead and check his drop. If he's going to do a foo play, he should have done it previously in order for me not to bean first. Because it's a lot easier to defend from here if he does play the foo. I do have about 9 cards in hand, I want to say. So keeping up a nice hand advantage, 10 from that bean, and now it's looking pretty good. Pedro making the mistake of going to a weird number and not matching. What do you want to do here? Instead of going to 25, you really want to go ahead and go to at least 30 because it matches that 10. So now I easily get out of it with a super combo. And this is no offense to Pedro, this is just analysis. My man needs to put that back into the drop. So we're looking to swing with another Vegeta the Cruel. Good thing to do here, instead of a super combo, it would probably be good to either go to 30, which he's got to do right now. And in his hand he does have a Champa. Looks like a 6-drop Broly. I go ahead and take it because I figured I have super combos, I have negates, and if he wants to play something on his turn right now, he has to wait because of the field card right now, or the field card in general. So he's gonna go ahead and pass, knowing this. I'm gonna go ahead and immediately charge the Goku that I found from the life. Him being at 2 life, pretty much anything is lethal if I have the Kai in my hand, which I think I do. Or I'm gonna draw into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the leader skill. Make sure all my blue and green in my hand are looking pretty hot. So I'm thinking of what to swing at. So he does go ahead and Nimbus, which is one thing to watch out for in this deck in general. So most likely not gonna go for the game. My man with the King Cold in his drop. No comment on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the 1-drop 21. I was like, any response? Obviously he didn't have one. He does have a Cold Bloodlust in his hand, which is interesting to see now. I didn't really consider that. When I go against Tricolor Broly, it's kind of annoying because there's a lot of colors going on, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna assume you're just blue-green. But obviously he has a Nimbus, I know. The Nimbus in his hand, or going after me, it's kind of annoying, but oh well. Go ahead and put that to rest. Very important thing to do as a yellow Broly leader. I was like, this is petty. Why would you do this to me? So he's gonna go ahead and swing the leader. Don't think he drew anything crazy. So I went ahead and beamed again. I was thinking about here over-comboing an Arrival, but it wasn't really great as far as the idea goes. So I'd rather wait until he actually plays something relatively decent. The thing about this play here is that obviously he wants to cycle through a little bit more. What's really important to do, as on my end, is to play the Vegeta the Cruel, but don't target the thing that just got played, because obviously you can't attack. So yes, he's going to go ahead and draw an untap one at the end of the turn, but him not having another attack is going to be pretty important. So I can mitigate that a little bit more, and now he has to warp, which I think he forgot to do. Thanks, Pedro, for cheating me. It's okay. Alright, so I don't think I charge here. If I do, it's just so I can have a little bit more options. I do have the double striking Krillin now. So he does have one more token because of the 21. So I have a lot of negates. I think I'm going to charge something. Yep, I'm going to charge a negate. So I'm going to go ahead and leader skill. I'm going to go ahead and swing with leader, just so I can bait out a Nimbus if possible. And there it is. I'm going to pitch the Broly. Which in versus this deck I feel okay. The immediate Whis Coercion. Coercion. I think I'm out of beans, so we'll see what happens here. I think I go ahead and pass with all this energy up. It gives me options, not only because I know that I'm just not gonna die unless he pulls off a crazy combo and has a cooler or something like that that I just didn't expect, which someone almost killed the camera there. I'm gonna swing the leader. Or actually, he's gonna swing to Vegeta, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to clear the board. And now I'll go ahead and swing the leader. Which I think here I'm gonna go ahead and I think on this last attack or the next attack that he might be doing, I might go ahead and Arrival. Which I don't think I did. I think looking back, doing the Arrival is probably a little bit better. Just so I can have another body, because I have so much energy to use. I only have one green, but I mean it's not too big of a deal. I think at this point, since I have the absolute release ball, I can probably do pretty much any play that I want to. I'm obviously not going to charge here. If I do, that's definitely a mistake. Pointing at my life because I was like, where's my I think I was saying like, where's my 5-drop Path to Infinites? He was like, it's right there. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm gonna go ahead and use leader skill, which he's gonna go ahead and negate. He's delaying the inevitable, I feel like. And one of the more important things is that he does progress the game state. And I'm just telling him, you know, I have nothing else to do, so go ahead and I'll just pass. It's really just playing the waiting game. Like again, I can either defend or I can hard cast something and Arrival basically, because most of my cards that are battle cards have to be comboed. I didn't really have much to do, so most likely here, with all the cards in my hand, I'm most likely gonna go ahead and try to Arrival something. And again, looking back, that's probably the best thing to do. If I didn't. I'm gonna go and keep swinging the leader. I'm gonna bean. There's no open energy, unfortunately. I think I take it back though. I was like, wait, hold on. Yeah, just do that. Yeah. Thankfully, this is just a nice little testing session. So I do say, well, I think I picked a Vegeta the Cruel, just so he doesn't have another attacker, and then he has to drop one. So that thing goes into rest mode. So again, mitigates another attack. And then he passes. Okay, so now back on the offensive. And this is kind of a weird matchup now that I think about it. It's more of like, you know, it's more of like it's two defensive decks. Well, I would say one's trying to be aggressive, one is trying to be pretty defensive. With all the Nimbuses, the Roshi negates, the counterplays, the Brolys, everything. So I'm trying to bait out some counters here, or counterplays. With these gorgeous looking sleeves. One of my favorite looking sleeves, really. He's gonna go ahead and chomp it, which for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Absolute Ooze Ball that I had in my hand already. So I think I don't swing with this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm trying to think if I want to go and swing with the Goku, or do I want to evolve first and swing with the Goku? And I say no. So he has two open yellow, which by the way, he is still playing Senno Button. This is pre-Senno Button, so you know. I was like, do you negate? Thinking about negating, and he's like, no, I think you got I think I got this. I was like, that's where you messed up, fam. Oh, he has a Mafuba in hand, that's why. So obviously I start out with the Krillin, so that way I don't forget. And then from here I just dump hand. This is free, of course. And this is free, which is what I was gonna play. This is a double strike. Always nice. And drew into the super combo from the super combo. This is now one cost, which is nice. And he just shows hand. So he didn't really have a negate. He had the Champa, and then he had the Crusher Ball as well. So like if I went ahead and played the UI Goku or the Spirit Bomb Goku, I think I would have been. Oh, I was looking for the 4-drop Gokus, and I was like, I didn't see one. I would have been. It would have been the better play just to swing the leader. So I think I did it right there. And there is his Fu. So let me know what you think as far as this stuff goes, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.